Well, welcome. Hey guys. So I'm gonna try this again. I never got my recording through Zoom. I usually use Zoom to set this stuff up, and I never got that. So I needed to redo this video. It's currently Monday. So if you have done the workout a couple different times or already today, then I apologize for Monday not seeing anything, but I am going to give you the rest of the week's rundown. But including on Monday, we've got some deadlifts today. Deadlifts are really going to kind of prep and prime for the workout that we have later on. We're going to use some of that. We're going to do an 8, 6, and 4 to kind of work on building up. We kind of want that set of 6 in the 8, 6, 4 to kind of be what you're planning on doing the workout weight, and then go slightly heavier on that last set of 4. We call that kind of an overload to where you feel a little heavier weight before you go do the actual workout weight. So had some buddies back in the day used to always like to do this even before competition stuff. They wanted to feel a heavier weight, and then so that other weight that they were going to use in the workout might feel a little bit lighter. So it does a little bit of stimulate there. But once we get through that deadlift stuff, we have 5 sets. You have your cardio of choice. So you get an option to choose either a Cal row, a Cal bike, or a Cal ski erg. Obviously, we have that ski erg in there. Some of you guys have used it before. I love that little guy. It's actually big. He's pretty tall, right? And then 6 deadlifts. And again, you're setting up your deadlift weight to kind of build from what you did in your 8, 6, and 4 on that. So a little pull, a little cardio there. I think this one could be a good one, especially with like the ski erg, because if I ski, I'm kind of going into a flexion type movement. And then when I deadlift, I'm doing an extension type movement. So it'd be complementary movements there. But kind of pick your poison there. On Tuesday, we're going to do a 20-minute AMRAP, not a little 20-minute AMRAP, but a 20-minute AMRAP. We've got some wall balls, we've got some up downs, and we've got some box jumps. But the big thing on the box jumps here is now some of you may just choose to keep the same height on the box. But for those of you that like maybe want to challenge yourself in a different way of changing the box height, so the option is like you'll decrease the reps of the box jumps, but you'll increase the height of the box. So I always tell somebody like, hey, if you're always used to jumping on a 12-inch box, then and you never jump higher than 12-inch box, then you'll never jump higher than 12-inch box, right? So even if someone has that 12-inch box and on round 1 they use the 12-inch, on round 2 they put a 45-pound plate or a 25-pound plate just to give them a couple extra inches on there to jump up onto that, and then lastly to get up to a higher box. And then what you would do is then just take those weights off again, or take the height of the box down when you recycle through, because the way this workout goes is kind of like round 1 in the AMRAP, you have 20 reps at the lower box. Round 2 is 15 reps at the next higher box, maybe. And then round 3 is at your highest box, but it's only, so it goes 20, 15, and then 10 reps at the highest box that you would do. And then on round 4, you go back to 20 reps at the lowest box again. So you're not constantly doing that. Big thing on this one, though, is just with the wall ball shots and then going to the box jumps and even the up downs, just be prepared for like the hips and the quads to kind of just take a little bit of a grind there. So be prepared on that. On the wall ball shots as well, I really want to try to make sure that we're choosing a weight of the wall ball that we're not setting down that ball a lot. 20 reps per round. If all of a sudden you're setting that down 4 times in that set, that gets really difficult there. So I encourage like try to stay unbroken on the wall ball shots. If not, only 2 sets, like a 10-10 or an 11-9, something like that. So we got a little bit of finisher work there as well at the end, just for some upper arm work, and then hitting a little cool down that time as well. On Wednesday, we're going to do this is one of the what NC Fit would call like their workout of the week. It's a benchmark workout. So on this one here is max cal row, 5 minutes, max cal row. Then you rest a minute. Then you have a 5-minute AMRAP, and it's an ascending AMRAP of like 2 the first round, 4 the second round, 6 the third round. We've done some of these before where you increase the reps of push press and a toes to bar or toes to something, right? So 5-minute AMRAP there. Then you rest a minute, and then you finish off with a max calorie row. So you have a max cal row at the beginning and the end, but it's a 5-minute interval. So it's a total of a 17-minute workout, but you have 3 different parts really: max cal row, rest a minute, AMRAP or your push press and your toes to something. The push press and the toes to something, those things, those weights overall are fairly moderate. So like top weights we're looking at for the guys is probably 115. Top weights for the gals maybe 75. So but you're building, right? So you should still be able to stay somewhat unbroken for a while, depending on how far you get in that 5 minutes. But just be mindful of that. So anyways, we've got that on Wednesday. Again, it's called Hurricane on that workout there. And then after the workout, we're going to have a little time to work on our bench press skill again. Remember, we're just having a little focus on deadlifts, a little focus on bench press during the month of September. So we're going to do 3 sets of 4. Last week we did 3 sets of 6. So if you did last week's 3 sets of 6 after the workout that we did on Tuesday, we did like some post-workout bench press as well on Tuesday last week. You're wanting to just get a little bit heavier than last week, but you want to try to keep the same weight through all 3 sets. But 3 sets of 4, we'll hit that pretty quickly just after the workout. On Thursday, we've got a little bit of skill work on the jump rope. So not necessarily just skill work on the double under, okay? Somebody that can do double unders, there's also a thing called triple unders. So you could maybe play with some triple unders. And you could also do like a crossover single, or maybe, so like working on different jump rope skills, not just like single unders and double unders, but working on different jump rope skills. When I was a kid, my dad used to have a jump rope warm up that I had to do before every time I trained. And it was like 5 minutes long. I've told this to some of the classes I teach. I can't do that for 5 minutes anymore. And I don't know how I did it when I was like 12 or 13 years old. But even like working on, single unders, and then side to side single unders, and then maybe it's a single leg single under, right? And then it's a running one, right? So the runner or the boxer, right? So there's different jump rope skills and drills that you can do. So just giving you guys some time just to play with the jump rope a little bit. The more comfortable we get with jump rope, the easier it is to then like treat that jump rope like it really should be, which is like the jump rope should be like you're going out on a run, okay? And if that is something that really spikes your heart rate or really takes a lot out of you, it takes a lot out of the rest of the workouts that you're doing. And so just some time to just play with that a little bit. Then we're going to use a little bit of jump rope skill into the workout that we're going to do. This is going to be a little bit different style. So we're going to do a 12-minute EMOM followed by a 1-minute rest, and then another 12-minute EMOM. And on these movements, or on this EMOM, it's really 4 rounds, but minute 1 and minute 2 is like a combined 2 minutes, right? So you do an AMRAP of 25 double unders or 25 single unders, 15 Russian kettlebell swings, and then 10 goblet alternating lunges. That's holding that bell at your chest. So that's like a 2-minute AMRAP of the 12-minute thing, little EMOM right there, right? And then minute 3 is a 50-second plank hold. So then you hold that 50-second plank hold, and then on minute 4, okay, you start up the next round, which is minute 1 and minute 2 of the AMRAP of 25 and 15 and 10. You go through that again, and then minute 3 is the 50-second plank hold. So imagine it's like 2-minute AMRAP, 50-second plank for 4 rounds, essentially. Then you rest a minute. Then we're going to change up the EMOM a little bit. Again, minute 1 and minute 2 being AMRAP style, 25 double unders, 20 slam balls or a plate ground to overhead, and then 15 slam ball or plate squats as well. So we're at a point with the slam balls and that we may not have all the weights that you guys need. And honestly, like they're just breaking down on us, unfortunately, and no one's made a slam ball not be able to break down. So if you don't have the option for the slam ball, you could always do a plate ground to overhead, very similar movement pattern. Just don't slam the plates, just tap them to the ground and bring them back up. And then you're just holding that plate for your squats, just like you would be for your slam ball squats. And then minute 3 would be a side plank, 25 seconds on the right, 25 seconds on the left. So you can hold the ball anyway when you squat, or the plate anyway when you squat. You could even do those crossover single unders, or like a single under drill that you were playing with in the previous skill time in the AMRAP if you want to. You got some options there. So that's on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to do a little bit of a skill time on the pull-up, or even on being able to work on like the chest to bar pull-up, things like that. So we're going to have a little skill time, doing a little EMOM time on that. So we've got a scaled option as well. So we've done this before where you do like a strict pull up or a dynamic kip swing, then a pull up or a half pull up, and then a chest to bar pull up or pull up. But we'll have a scaled and modified version for those of you that maybe not be at the pull up variation just yet. So you'll have some stuff to play with there. Then we're going to do for time one. I really like this workout. It's progressive, but I also just like the style of it. So the first section of the workout you're going to be doing is you're going to do 3 rounds for time of 15 dumbbell floor press, 20 sit-ups, and then either 20 pull-ups or ring rows. Then right into 2 rounds for time of 15 dumbbell floor press, 20 sit-ups, and then either 15 chest to bar or 15 jumping pull-ups. So you could also potentially do like a jumping chest to bar pull up or something in some of these things there too. So then into 1 round of 15 dumbbell floor press, 20 sit-ups, and then either 10 bar muscle ups or 10 pull-ups, or you might be doing a jumping pull-up there. So what we're going to do is it doesn't really matter where you're starting on the progressions. We're going to try to progress you in the pulling option that you're doing each round, essentially, because the reps go down. So like I can do 20 pull-ups better than I can do 20 chest to bar pull-ups. So that's why it goes 20 pull-ups and then only 15 chest to bar pull-ups and then only 10 bar muscle ups. But we're going to progress the pulling options that you have each round. So I love this because it gives you an opportunity to kind of play with different pull-up variations in the workout, whether that's ring rows, whether that's jumping pull-ups, whether that's a standing pull-up, whether that's a jumping chest to bar pull-up. Got a lot of options there to progress. And you'll see those things happen a lot in some of like the open style workouts that we do. And then on Saturday we've got, we're going to do a bear complex. We're going to do some strength on Saturday. It's not all the time you see strength pop in on a Saturday, especially with partner workouts. But the reason we're doing that is because we're going to work on some strength and some priming for the bear complex, and then we're going to use the bear complex in the workout. So let me explain to you what the bear complex. The bear complex is a barbell complex. It consists of a power clean, then a front squat, then a push press, then a back squat, then a behind the neck push press. Okay, so you're essentially taking the bar off the ground, power clean, front squat. Okay, then I'm going to push press it up, bring it to the back rack. Okay, do my back squat, and then push press it back up off the shoulders. And then I'm done with that set and I can bring it back down. So we're going to work on 3 unbroken bear complexes. So that would be 3 reps of that. Okay. So it is a lot of reps. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movements in the 1 rep of that. You're gonna work on some unbroken bear complexes just in the strength portion to kind of get you feeling it out, get used to it. We don't do that a ton, so getting set up there. Those of you that like maybe going to a back rack off of the from the press and then pressing from the shoulders over, if that's something that doesn't jive well with your shoulders, just all we're going to do for you is we're going to do a power clean, a front squat, a push press, back to the front rack again, another front squat, and then another push press. So we'll just keep you all front side of the body. So that if some of you look at that like, I don't want to press from my back. Yeah, no worries. Just stick to the front side of the shoulder on that one. Then we're going to do an AMRAP in AMRAP in teams of 2, 16-minute AMRAP. And so you're going to be doing the bear complexes, 6 unbroken bear complex, then a max cal bike, then another 5 bear complexes, max cal bike, 4 bear complexes, max cal bike, 3 bear complex, max cal bike. The goal there is unbroken. Okay, so it's an unbroken bear complex. When we do this, partner 1 is going to complete the 6 unbroken bear complexes while partner 2 completes the max cal bike. And then once the 6 reps have been completed by the partners, then we switch, and then now partner 2 does the 6 unbroken reps. So you and your partner are actually going to be working on this at the same time, essentially. So while the partner is doing the bear complex for 6 reps, you're hoofing on the bike. Then you're going to swap. They're going to go to the bike and hoof, and you're going to go to the bear complex and do that. Then you would move to the next portion, 5 and max cal swap, 4 and max cal swap, 3 and max cal swap. So just a little piece there. And then on Saturday, we're going to finish off just a little bit of a maybe extended cool down a little bit on the legs. I really like the bear complex. Don't think, it's not a heavy barbell, especially when you get into the conditioning piece, when you're doing 6 of them. So use the 4 sets to kind of set yourself up on a load that feels reasonable to you. It's a lot of time under tension on the barbell because you're just hanging on for a long time. So anyways, guys, hope this helps on getting set up on your workouts for the week. I apologize for the delay in this video, but we will look forward to seeing you in the gym. And do not hesitate. If you have any questions all around programming, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always happy to answer those questions, to a little bit of the why behind the way we do things here. So thanks, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.